this place without ripping off the hood. Where's our gate? Players in Vegas anymore. See anything that says we're offline. Yeah, we're still online. There's people up here. Hopefully not that one dude. I don't know if he was trolling or just bad luck. Yep. In a real truck, I'm not that bad. You'd think I was on here. Heck, they both pay the same, and this one's a little bit lighter. We'll just take it then. Which one is it? That one. Guess I'm gonna learn how to do this someday, right? There we go. That's a little better. Alright, looks like we're gonna go grab the interstate. Curve check the trailer a little. Like that curve anyways, right? Hey Wayne, I just seen your message there. Not sure if you're still in chat, but how you doing, man? light was not red, it was pink. You only stop for red ones, right? Oh, very nice, man. Yeah, I'm still running on Wi-Fi, but my bitrate's set at 2500 and I'm still doing pretty good, so I can't complain much. What's this guy doing? He's stopping to look around, or what he's doing there? Yeah, that is good, Wayne. What was your sound issues? I don't really recall no sound issues. Oh, echoing. I hadn't really noticed it. I hadn't caught too many of your streams yet. Seems like every time you stream, I'm not on the computer. So I gotta learn your schedule a little bit and catch some more of your streams. That's good that you got your sound fixed and you got some good internet, so that helps out. Oh, okay. I know that some people will get echo in with their mics because they're not using headsets, they're using speakers and whatnot, and it get the feedback going on a little bit. I get that sometimes when I'm just testing and whatnot. I don't put my headset on. Oh, cool. Yeah, I got a microphone. I bought a Scarlett Studio that came with a mic and a pair of headphones, and the mic picks up really well. Sadly, it picks up too well. It picks up my keyboard clicks worse than this wireless headset, but it's actually a lot better. The issue I've got with it right now is I have it mounted to my desk, and it picks up every little thump on the table. You know, if I set a drink down or whatever. So I'm gonna get a regular mic that, you know, like a singer would use, stand, and use that for my streams and my recordings as well. Yeah, a little bit boring tonight, man. I'm riding solo. I'm still in the multiplayer server, but I haven't seen anybody in my VTC at all, and I see some people here and there. You missed it earlier. Had some guy trying to pass me on the right and made a left-hand turn at the same place I was turning left at, so he knocked me around. Kind of aggravating, but it is what it is. Something small like that, I'm not really going to get too bent out of shape about it. Okay, I'll go check them out later when I get done with my stream. I'll either check it out tonight or tomorrow, one of the two. Yeah, being wired makes a huge difference. That's one thing I'm planning on doing, is getting wired. Me and my friend / roommate have been talking about that, about running me a hard wire to my room. And that way I can get off the Wi-Fi. Sadly, we just haven't got around to it. He's been super busy, I've been busy, so. And we both drive trucks for a living too. He's gone for 2 to 4 weeks at a time. So what little bit of time he has here, he wants to do a little R&R. Oh, that's good, man. No drop frames. That's nice. Only time I have any kind of lag issue is, well, I notice it on here is just when I save. I can't see my frames. I gotta move that. I got the Steam frames up here, but I got it in the bottom right corner and I can't see it right now. But the only other time I really get any kind of frame drop is when I'm playing Farm Sim, typically on the big, large maps that I like to play. Yeah, man, that's good that you got that straightened out. Makes a big difference. Oh yeah, I'm not sure. I've got my ATS set up where I'm not in full screen because for some odd reason it erases everything on my right screen, my second monitor. Heck, if anything, the only thing that really slows me down right now is playing on this keyboard. I gotta get a wheel bad. Oh, you do 55 frames on a 16X? Heck, you're doing better than me. One of the maps that I play, I usually average around 30 to 35 frames. Sometimes a little better, just depends. The more equipment I have out, obviously the worse it gets. On Wild West, I get better. I get around 45 to 55 on average. Yeah, you know, I've been thinking about using my Xbox controller. Unfortunately, it's not here. It's in my my road bag that I left at my mom's house, so I got to get it next time I'm over there. I've been thinking about using an Xbox controller. It'd be a heck of a lot easier than just this keyboard. I've got a regular style PC controller, but it's got a coil cord that it automatically reels up, and when you pull it out, it stays coiled. So it's kind of a pain in the butt to use because it doesn't want to work right. And I needed just a long straight cable to go from the computer to me, versus having all that coiledness wrapped up everywhere. I'll use a wireless controller, okay. Damn, you are doing pretty good. Wild West, I think I've got about 20 pieces of equipment right now. So not a whole lot going on with it. I just actually started it. I was playing a lot of Rocky Mountain Valley, and I get way more lag in that one, but I just like the layout of it. But Wild West I like all the maps out there. It's hard for me to pick one to say I love it. Hey Baffles, how's it going, man? I'm doing good. Just trying to do a little stream. Stay out of trouble. Hold on, chat. Let me get around this curve. I can look at chat again. I don't want to do a big wipe out. Oh yeah, and you're testing all them mods too, so there's going to be conflicts some of the times, not all of them, but. Oh, you fixing to head to work there, Baffles? That's kind of no fun. Sadly, my normal job, I can't do anything. We have no work. They shut down the production facilities, so I can't pick up trailers like I normally do. Only work I can do is over the road, and we're limited on the dealers that are open, so. You blew the mod up? Oh, that's always fun, isn't it? I was testing a map for Rocky Mountain Valley. It was an edited copy. The original author, he passed it off to a friend because he got a girlfriend or something. I don't remember the whole story. And then The other guy, he finished it, and then he had to go to college, so he didn't do anything else with it. And then another guy picked it up and got permission from both the guys to do stuff to it. And wow, it's a busy road. And he did a bunch of stuff to it, so I was testing it, and I decided to stress it as much as I could. So the only way I could think to stress it was I had a whole bunch of vehicles down. You know, I bought a whole bunch of equipment, and I don't know, I had like 8 different harvesters plus a bunch of other stuff like plows and seeders, and I don't know, I had like 16 courses at one time rolling, and man, it really stressed it. I was down to 16 frames, man. It was wild. Oh heck yeah, that is pretty easy there, Baffles. I haven't ran that stretch of road in a long time. I used to live down in Fort Worth, used to run up to OKC, a bunch of the little towns, feed mills and stuff like that. I'm trying to remember the name of the towns. Oh my god, Wayne, that's nuts. I'm picturing in my mind some of those mods that don't work right, that they don't load in correctly or whatever, and they the truck will be in one spot and the axles be beside it or something. Yeah, anytime I'm doing testing, I always record it just for sake of things happening, you know. That way they see it exactly as I see it. Like I ran across a railroad crossing that was not in the grass, it was in the middle of the travel lane. I was like, well, that ain't a good place for it. You know, the crossing arm, that is. Oh, I've had that happen too, Wayne. I've had that happen way too many times. I couldn't tell you the number of times I've downloaded mods just to play them, not, you know, for testing.
We're heading to Gallup, that's where we're going.
Triple, calm your ass down, man. You ain't getting up around us. You know this. That's exactly what I was saying, Triple. Exactly what I was saying, Necrom. Just pump it in the back end, have some patience. We'll get up and around as soon as we can.
Play the game for what it, you know, what it's intended for.
Okay, that was a fun little mess. I got a head-on collision. Yeah, I remember that. I remember you said you was ranked number 3. I'm sure you do a lot of mod testing, you know. And you're probably testing several at one time, right? Oh, I bet. If I ever get back into modding, you would be probably one of the ones that I know I can trust with testing. I use a buddy of mine that I roommate with for testing as well. When he's interested in playing the game, that is. He gets bored with it too easy. But I don't know if I'll ever really fool around with modding much at all or not. Got tired of people stealing my work. Oh, that sounds fair. I mean, 2 weeks? I mean, 2 months? Yeah. You can't test a mod overnight and expect it to be, you know, peachy king, you know. And it takes time to mess with a mod to make sure every ability works, you know. I only agreed to test that one map because I was already playing on the official version of it, and he asked me to do some testing on what he edited. So I'm like, okay, you know, that's the only reason I did it. And I started off just, you know, familiarizing myself with it, and then I recorded it, and then I did some live streams on it. And I haven't heard from the guy in over 3 weeks, so I backed off on my testing with it. I've got a whole bunch of stuff written down that needs to be corrected. I corrected stuff myself. I know how to do it, but it needs to be corrected on his end as well. And the thing is, he gave me, this was originally a map, and he turned it into 2 different maps. And the only reason he turned it into 2 different maps was because he added seasons to 1 copy, which I think he should just put it all into one and be done with it. But that's just my opinion. I'll let him do it however he wants. Let me get past this truck and curve. I'll read what you just said there. Okay, line of trucks. Let's see. Sorry, I'm reading, but I'm trying to get around this curve. Oh yeah, I agree with you. Did he ever really have anybody testing his maps? Because I never knew of anybody actually testing them. I knew he would release them, and then he'd have to fix a little this and a little that, and then he would continue on with doing the next thing he was going to do. And Baffles, I'm not ignoring you in chat as well. I mean, feel free to chime in if you're still here. Oh, you did do testing for 3.0. I think I've got 3.6. I think that's the final version. I don't think he's doing anything else to it anymore. I think he kind of gave up when he couldn't go to 19 the way he wanted. Okay, I couldn't remember. I know I've got the latest one, but honestly I haven't really played it. I haven't really had the time. I got caught up with 19 and then playing ATS, and my real job, I work, you know, 12 plus hours a day a lot of times, 5-6 days a week. I gotta slow my butt down. Give me a second, I'll catch up with you on the chat. I haven't seen him do any streaming here in a long while. I did watch a stream that he did of, I think it was Farmer's Dynasty or something like that. It was right after. The last thing I seen him doing with Factory Farm was, I didn't catch the stream, but I seen it on YouTube that he was converting over to 19, and I've seen several of those, and then nothing for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, I think it was Farmer's Dynasty or something. And I haven't heard nothing since, you know, nothing else has came out of him since then. I don't remember him doing a single player of ATS. I've got him on my my Steam, and it shows that he's played it, but I don't know how much of it he actually played. I know he, in all honesty, that was one thing he bitched about with ATS, that it was just boring picking up and going back and forth, back and forth. Like, he made it sound like the game didn't really have a purpose. I think it had a purpose. It just, you know, either he wasn't seeing the purpose, or maybe he was being impatient. I don't know. I don't want to judge the guy. You know, he's a really nice guy. I've talked to him multiple times, so I don't really know what happened with 19. Yeah, I follow both of his channels as well. Like I said, I was real busy with work, so I wasn't hardly on. I usually, sadly, this is what I have to do. When I'm in the truck, I may pick a stream to listen to. A lot of times there's on Twitch. I follow a couple of musicians that do music a lot, so I'll just kind of lurk and listen to the music and enjoy the tunes. When I'm home, I'll try to catch up on the streams, you know, the other streams, and Night Cop was one of them, and I got real far behind at one point, but so. Oh, he did. Yeah, I didn't really know. Yeah, I didn't know that he had you try to do some testing. You know, I don't want to say anything bad about the guy. He seems like a nice guy, but, you know, there's some things that just doesn't seem right. And hell, we all have our little off days and whatnot. Yeah, Baffles, I do. My gaming laptop is at my mom's house in Ohio. I left it there because I was going back and forth. I moved her to Florida, and as soon as I get all the rest of my junk out of her house, which I had to unload my storage trailer to move her. So, yeah, I'm planning on trying to stream this. I'm definitely going to play the game. I don't have a problem with playing the game. I'm just not sure how it's going to do streaming. That laptop doesn't run as fast as this desktop does, and this desktop is not even built up as good as that laptop if you compare specs. I don't know why I'm driving so slow. Yeah, he does, man. He gets ticked off at something back when he was streaming using GE all the time. Man, he'd get mad, and you'd almost think he was going to start throwing things, you know? Matter of fact, if I remember right, there was a couple of streams that he just left. He said he was leaving and just left. Oh yeah, you want to get on some convoys there, Baffles? Sorry. I can't even read the screen and think at the same time. Yeah, the convoy's gonna be fun. Me personally, I kind of like leading the convoy. That way you're not constantly adjusting your cruise control and almost ruining people. But as long as you just stay back a little bit, you know, in case of glitches and things like that, you're all good. I have a lot of fun running with groups. I think we had 6 people here a few nights ago. That was a lot of fun. Oh, we entered the city. Oh yeah, I agree with you, Wayne. Um, I don't even have kids myself, let alone grandkids, but I've got two little nieces, and one's old enough to know not to cuss, but can hear it and not think twice about it. But yeah, you know, when you're trying to watch stuff like that with your kids and whatnot, man, yeah, you don't need that. Baffles, that sounds more like your ping than anything else. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see my mouse. Right up here, oh great, it's gonna put the red hover over it. Right here where it says 53 ms, that's milliseconds, that's what they call your ping. If that number is getting up there, it will make you lag, especially for other people. For yourself, there's not much you can do. Now, if you're talking about like when you go into a city, like see it right here, I entered the city, and then of course I left it. When you go into the cities, MP has it set up to where it slows you down to like 45 mile an hour. It's annoying in a way, but it's just the way they did it. I don't know if you're talking about that or not. Oh, y'all had 20 in a convoy last night? Heck yeah. I've seen some that were some YouTube videos where people had like almost 50, looked like almost 50 people. Oh, okay, yeah, Baffles, yeah. When you go into a city, it automatically slows you down to 45. It doesn't matter what road you're on. Like I was going around Carson City on 580 there, and it would only let me do 45 mile an hour. It's Truckers MP did that. They started that here a while back. I think it was because of people running like 90 mile an hour through the middle of it, you know, city, you know, and it was just causing too much wreck and havoc. If you've ever watched any of the YouTube videos of people driving stupid, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. See, like me, I try to take my time. I came in this a little fast, but some people don't, man. They'll end up flying up over that rock, and there's a lot of trolls out there. It's just trying to keep the trolls in check. Oh, you are, Wayne? Yeah, I didn't even know you had a VTC over there, or I would have joined yours, but I've already joined these guys, so I'm gonna hang tight with them for now. Oh shit. Ah, damn it. Oh, I didn't get damaged. Ugh. Well, I guess I got lucky on that one. But as you can see, man, I don't do a whole lot of swearing, but you know, things happen, you know. I think you probably would have said the same thing when you'd hit that guardrail. I know. I was expecting some damage or a jackknife or something. Got lucky on that deal. That is for sure. Tell you one thing, I pretty much played it smooth when I almost had that guy hit me head on earlier. I got lucky the way I went off in the grass. I didn't hit none of them posts or anything. I got pretty lucky there too. Pay attention to this real fast. Going around you there, big truck.
Yeah, it's in.
You okay back there?
Oh yeah, I'm just in another screen.
42, have a good ride when you get to it. Yeah, it is pretty laid back. Thought it was funny, he got stopped, was it the other night? Last night? The other night? I can't remember which night it was. Here the past couple of nights. He got stopped by that admin for speeding. That was funny. Oh, I know what you're talking about, Wayne, because I have watched some of your streams, and yeah, 18 plus is for sure on that, if not maybe a little more, you know. I don't even think sailors know how to say some of them words when they're 18. But yeah, it comes to a point where you got to just tone it down, you know. Yeah, Baffles, that was hilarious. Because not only did he get stopped, I mean, how many times did he pass that admin? He was basically getting trolled, in a sense, you know. Me personally, after I'd have seen him like the second or third time, I think I would have just slowed down and just act cool, you know. I get wanting to get into a hurry on this game, but sometimes it's not worth it. I mean, he could have got a little ban for that deal. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, Wayne. I mean, if you're like mine, I have mine set up for mature audiences, and the only reason why is because I do slip a cuss word now and then. I don't make a habit of it, you know. I mean, yeah, if I'm sitting in a room with a couple of buddies having a beer, you know, yeah, we're gonna cuss and whatnot, but I'm not gonna get real filthy mouthed and whatnot. But I mean, it slips, you know, like back there when I hit the guardrail, you know, oh shit, you know. Little words like that slip, but I don't make a habit of it, or at least I try not to. Well, now that the sun is coming up on here, we might actually get to see some scenery. And I do not drive with the crap out of the truck, so I'm gonna warn you right now. But that would be pretty over there during the day, you know, with some daylight on it or something. We're on the road. Okay, back to the cab we go. I cannot drive outside the truck. I don't see how y'all do playing farm sim and constantly turning the camera around. I can drive outside the truck on farm sim, but I cannot do it on this game for crap. Wait, old dog's new tricks. Are you trying to say you're old, man? I didn't think you were all that old. I mean, I'll have a smooth railroad track. Let's see here. Stop stands for softly tap on pedal, correct? Been playing since FS134, man. You're really ahead of the times. I know you meant FS13. Oh, you turning 55. Okay, yeah, you got... Yeah, I'm 38, so you got a few years on me. Oh, it's spin tires on pavement. I keep forgetting about that one. Keep forgetting about that one. Yeah, my mom just turned 63. I think it was 63 or 64 yesterday. Don't tell her I told anybody that, though. Don't tell her. I don't want to get my butt whooped. If I'm thinking right, I think if anybody asks, you just turned 30. You just turned 30 again. Oh, cool. Oh, I slowed down way too soon for this. Might as well keep it up. idiot. I tried to set the cruise. Not gonna set it. Ow. Trying to readjust myself. No, cool. So how many grandkids do you got? Obviously at least 2. Oops, road's over to the left. Four. Wow. Something I haven't got to experience. I gotta have kids first to get grandkids, I guess. I think that's how it works, isn't it? 2 6-year-olds and 2 newborns. Man, somebody out there's been staying busy. Oh well. Yeah, I'm gonna try to be on. I wasn't on the past 2 days. I've been helping my roommate quite a bit. Some people don't know about it. A couple of Mondays ago, I received a call from my roommate, which is also my friend. He was buying my 379 Pete. I had a 95 379. It was pretty nice. And he called me up to let me know the truck was on fire. It caught on fire while going over to pick up a trailer. It's not a complete loss, but enough of a loss that he decided that he was going to get another truck. So hey, he got this other truck, and I've been helping him do a couple things to it. We had to go last week out to the old truck and get a bunch of stuff off of it, like the headache rack and stuff. The fire was actually pretty small. It only burned up the interior. As a matter of fact, the cab, it only singed the headliner. Everything else, it was fine, other than the smoke and water damage. So, yeah, I'm planning on being on this weekend. With there not being a whole lot of work right now, I'm probably going to be on here a fair amount, I'm hoping. I'm thinking next week I may go out to my mom's and try to get the rest of that stuff packed up, but this rainy weather is not helping me out at all. Yeah, 379 is my favorite. That one's a 95 3406E Cat, long hood, had an 18 double over transmission, 342 Merida rear ends. It was black. It was more of a faded black. It needed a paint job, but I mean, it still looked going down the road. But yeah, it was a really nice truck. You know, it had some flaws in it, whatnot. I hit a group of deer in Oklahoma. Was it Oklahoma? Yeah, it was Oklahoma. So I got off onto the US 60 to go around the scale in Joplin. And so my journey of doing that, I had 3 deer run out in front of me, and I think I hit 2 of them, bent the bumper, which wasn't horrible. Bumpers are cheap. But yeah, my buddy bought an 07 KW 900. I mean 700, yeah, 900. Man, I can't even think right now. I looked at the speedometer and saw numbers. So he bought a W900 07 model with I think it's got the C15 Acert cat in it, the twin turbo, and it's got a 102-inch ICT sleeper on it. Alright, Wayne. You have a good one, man. I'll see you next time. Thanks again for dropping in. Yeah, that's the one reason why I never hauled cattle. Man, you don't get a home life at all. There's no such thing as as a home life. Thanks for the host, Wayne. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, my most favorite deal, hauling stuff that is actually, I bought the truck to do with, and I've done it in the past, was pulling hopper bottoms. When I lived down there in Fort Worth, I bought that truck in Fort Worth, and I hauled up there into Oklahoma, Kansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, little Arkansas, almost to New Mexico, but not all the way there. I think I got over near maybe El Paso. I know I went to Pecos at least. But I had a lot of fun pulling hopper bottom. Wasn't nothing like an adrenaline ride. You overload that bad boy and then haul ass down the interstate and hope nobody catches you. I know you said you were pulling doubles. What kind of freight are you hauling nowadays? Yeah, I hauled fertilizer out of Lubbock, I believe. Is it Lubbock or near Lubbock? No, I took it to Lubbock from Fort Worth. What was that place I picked up? American Plant Food or something like that? I didn't mind hauling it, but man, that crap was a pain to get out for the next load because I wasn't supposed to haul it like the previous load. So that was always a pain. I did a lot of byproducts. I did wheat middlings. I did wheat mids, soybean meal, rice bran, rice mill. Sometimes a mixture of those two. I hauled wheat, corn, milo. I mean, any of your grain products I pretty much hauled except for soybean and yeah, it was just grain. I didn't do any root crops of any kind like that. But man, I had a lot of fun doing it though. I ain't gonna lie. That was a lot of fun. And then probably the other thing I had a lot of fun with was back when I used to run oversize. My boss pulled the big one. The dims on it with the truck was 230 feet long. I think he was 10 foot wide and almost 14 tall, grossed at 230,000. I escorted him multiple times with that load. The biggest one I pulled, I was permitting 14.5 tall and 12.5 wide, but I was only weighing like 75,000 if that. It was nice and light. Okay, that's cool. Y'all are still staying busy then during all this garbage. Yeah, I've gotten to haul a fair amount of different stuff. I've done flatbed, step deck, I've hauled equipment. I pulled a double drop for a while. I've hauled RGNs, but only brand new ones. Same thing with refrigerated. Never hauled furniture, and I don't want to haul furniture. I don't like to move my own self, let alone anybody else. They're too picky. And the last thing I was doing when I was driving the Pete was I was hauling cars with it. Oh man, that sucks, man. I hope you don't lose your job altogether. I'm hoping that my job will stay in because I haul RVs with my Dodge. My main job is that local work. I pick up at the factory and take it to the staging yard. That's all I do normally. But I may have to start running over the road as much as I hate to. Yeah, I think I would rather paint a house as well. I think I'd rather rebuild a car than move furniture. I'd rather carry an engine block than a box. Weird to say in a way, but yeah. Just an FYI real quick, if I go silent, my headset died. It's beeping right now. So just to let you know, if I quit talking, you'll know what happened. I'll probably end up pulling over in a safe zone and, you know, taking care of it. I might have to probably switch headsets. I need to go to that new style that I just bought. Well, I didn't just buy it. I bought it back on Black Friday. But the microphone's way more touchy. You can hear the keyboard and stuff a lot more. Finally out of the city. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. I may have to start taking campers over the road, but the downside is that a lot of the RV dealers are closed during this crap. We still have a bunch we can go to, but it's getting limited, and I mean, we got a crap ton of trailers in the yard we can't take nowhere because nobody's open. It's pathetic, but I mean, it is what it is. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to start doing some over the road myself. And I'm not thrilled about it. I've got a bed built in the back seat of my truck, but I don't want to sleep back there. I can't even stretch all the way out in the damn thing. Oh, this headset's annoying me, dinging about every 2 seconds. Or maybe 10, but... Too bad you wasn't able to jump on right now, man. I'd tell you I'd meet up with you somewhere and we'd run a run together. We could get on Discord. That sun's got that glare going, doesn't it? It's one of the realism things I like about this game. It's got that touch. Almost makes you want to pull the sunglasses out. That would be a pain in the butt, man. So here's an interesting thing. So the RV industry, the way it works is you have to get paperwork signed and they have to write off that it's not damaged, that there's no driver damage on the load or the trailer itself. And now what they're doing at a lot of these dealers is they're telling you to just drop the trailer. You're getting no signatures half the time, and you're just hoping that they don't find something later on and try to screw you later. Because I'm one of these ones that if there's something wrong with the trailer, I want to know now. I want to take pictures of it. I want to make documentation about it. And the way they're doing it, you can't do that. I'm not gonna be able to pay attention to chat for just a second, man, until I get past this squirrely area. Don't this look like a whole lot of fun? Okay, maybe 60 isn't a good idea on this curve. Maybe 40. Cutting it close. I tried to start reading, but man, it hit this curve. I apologize, but I'm sure you understand. Well, I'm pulling a hill too, I think. Yeah, as soon as it is coming too hot. Yeah, it's no big deal, man. Once I get up here to my delivery point, I'm gonna take like a quick bathroom break and grab a drink and whatnot, and switch headsets. So I may have to shut the stream down because half the time it doesn't pick up the other headset, but hopefully it will. A lot of times I have to shut down the stream and my game and then restart it. So if I have to do that, I shouldn't be gone no more than like say 10 minutes, probably 5. But go ahead and get it all hooked up, man. Be safe when you get on the road. Almost a delivery. Right. Almost goofed. Swung that way too wide. Alright. We'll cheat. Yeah, no, that's cool, Baffles. I don't want you do anything crazy out there. I want you to be safe on the road, man. Gotta pay attention to them morons out there, right? So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save it right here. And I'm gonna hit my brake screen. Oh yeah, man, I don't want you doing no texting and driving. It's not safe. But, alright, well I'm gonna switch over to this screen. There it goes. And I will be back here in a bit. Like I said, I gotta switch headsets and all that good fun junk. So, I'll be back here shortly, man. Be careful getting hooked up and getting on the road, man. See you in a few. And everybody else, I will be back as soon as possible.